Hey, this is Peter Graphics. Today we're talking about the new Photogize Kiosk source selection module, and that's in the latest version of Kiosk. It's any version 3.40 or greater. So what we have here on the screen is actually the old source selection page, and we kind of added to it over time, and it became a little messy. So, for example. You can see it says please insert your digital media. It talks nothing about the iPhone kit, which we've added subsequently. The Facebook button and Photo Central button are kind of afterthoughts, and it's not clear, what you touch and where you go and what you do next and so forth. And so we wanted to add a few more features to the kiosk, a few more source types to the kiosk, and we thought now was a good time to do a redesign. So this page, which is really the second page after the main page that customers will see, has been redesigned in 3.4.0, and it looks something like this. Now, these buttons will appear based on the availability of certain optional kits and so forth. But this is what it can look like if you have everything enabled. So we're going to go through all the different types of new source selections that you can make or your customers can make. All right, so the first thing you're going to see is this on the upper left is a memory card selection. And we've actually improved support for memory cards and disks and USB sticks. And I'll show you how you configure that in a second. We've improved our social media support by adding Instagram. We've improved the support for our optional iPhone kit. It works better. We've added support for printing EventPro albums. And lastly, we've added a new Scannerkit, optional Scannerkit, so you can actually connect our kiosk to a scanner and your customers can scan their photos. So let's talk about the first thing, which is this improved memory card and disk support. Previously in our system, if you can see below the red circle there, or ellipse, we had this field called Photo Sources in the kiosk configuration general tab. So you'd key in all the different possible drives, like D, E, F, G, and so forth. We now have this checkbox, and it is not on by default. So if you already have this kiosk installed, you'll want to, after you install 3.4.0 or the latest version of kiosk, you'll want to go in and check this box, because what it does is by checking it, the kiosk will automatically pull all the drives on the system, D through Z, but it will ignore network drives and hard drives. So it will scoop up all your USB drives and hard drives, and USB drives and flash drives. And it doesn't matter whether you've changed the hardware, you plug stuff in, unplug stuff. If you just check use automatic photo sources, we are going to handle all the new drives that come in plugged into the system. So it's going to work a lot better, a lot cleaner. You won't end up with USB flash drives that don't read and so forth. All right, next thing is we've added this new feature for Instagram. So first and foremost, we've made the Facebook button more prominent, so it's just really clear. It's one of the things that you can touch to get photos, but we've also added this Instagram button. And in order to get that in Photogize Kiosk configuration, after you've made the installation, you're going to want to click on the Consumer Options tab and check Enable Instagram Access, and your customers will be able to access their Instagram albums. We've also improved our support for the iPhone kit. Now, remember, you need the optional iPhone kit to make this happen. And in fact, the button won't show up unless you have the iPhone kit installed. But now we allow consumers to explicitly select iPhone as the source for their photos. So doing this actually allows us to more discreetly pull the proper hardware that's connected to the kiosk. And one of the problems we had with the previous iPhone kit and the previous kiosk software was that if you made a lot of hardware changes, the configuration kind of went south, and it had to be reconfigured in order for it to work. So in order for the new features of the iPhone kit to work, you again need to check this Use Automatic Photo Sources, which is on the General tab in the Photogize Kiosk configuration page. So make sure you check that, and the iPhone kit is going to work a whole lot better. All right, so there's a new feature called EventPro Support, which is kind of cool. So if you have an EventPro account, again, that's optional. What you can do, if you, in the kiosk configuration, under Consumer Options, check Enable EventPro Access and then key in your EventPro account. If you do that, the customers coming up to your kiosk will be able to access EventPro albums in events that you've published using EventPro. And the way they access this is after they've touched the button that says Access Events, they enter, it's a 4 or 5 digit event code that will come to you in your email every time you publish an event in EventPro. The products that people can print do come from the account that you're connected to, your standard account, your XConnect account. So most people have Photo Central, and the products are coming from their Photo Central account, but the pricing will get overridden by your EventPro pricing, right? So if you have a 4x6 in your Photo Central account at 29 cents, but your EventPro account shows it at 99 cents, the 99-cent pricing will override the 29-cent pricing that's in your Photo Central account. But all orders will come into Photogize Lab, just like all the regular kiosk orders in your Photo Central account. And lastly, we have this exciting new extra kit called a Photogize Kiosk Scannerkit. It's a really easy kit to install. You can do it in minutes, and it enables one-touch scanning. So your customers can put one or more photos on the flatbed scanner, and they press a button on the kiosk, and it will scan all the photos. The kit itself includes an Epson Perfection V370, which is a great scanner, very high resolution. So let's take a look at the scanner interface. So from the main screen of the kiosk, I'm just going to touch the main screen and see what my options are. And one of them is scanner. So I'm going to touch scanner. And the prompt says to put one or more photos on my scanner glass, close the lid, and press OK. So I'm going to lift up my scanner top, put the photo face down on the glass, and I'm going to click OK. Now I could put more than one photo. You just put about ½ an inch in between them. I also don't have to put them orthogonal. They can be kind of at an angle. And this software, the Epson software, will automatically deskew them. So the software will not only deskew, it can remove some dust artifacts, it can color correct, and it can separate all the photos one from another. So it will do all of this when I press my scan button. Once it's finished scanning, a prompt will pop up, and it will ask me if I want to scan more photos. So I could lift up the scanner platen and put more photos down and click continue, and I can continue to do this. So I could build up an album if I, say, wanted to make a photo book or a collage or something like that. So I'm going to say no to this. I don't want to scan more. I'd like to make a print of this. I'm going to customize it. So here's the photo. I'll make one 4x6 matte of this. Continue. I don't want a CD. Continue. And Photogize Kiosk will submit the order.